now. So if you can take yourselves off video, please, that'll be good. Off video, then we can talk. All right. Good. So let me start. I'll do this very quickly because you've done it pretty well, most of you. So I've got to find out what x is. It's a triple Pythag thing. If you watch my mouse move, 35 is a long side, 21 is a short side, which makes a short side for this triangle only. How do you find a short side? Big one squared, take away the other short side squared, square root it. I make a 28. Now, if you look at the positioning of A in relation to this triangle, A is in fact a long side. So to work out this little length here, I've got to do this. Take my A, which is my 28 squared, take away the other short side, 16 squared, and then square root it. That will give me B's worth practically 23, 22.978 on my calculator. So B is 22.978, and it is in fact the long side of this little bottom triangle. So finally, Neha and anyone else, I can work out x. So B is my long side, so square my B, take away my short side squared, and then square root button. And then square root button it, okay? So that will give me a value of x as 14.3. Can somebody who got this right, and I'm sure many of you had, unmute yourself and let me know that that is in fact correct? That's 14.3. I think, oh, it does say 2dp. Oh, I forgive it. Okay, thank you, that's good. So, Neha, are you okay with that? Okay, this will go on video. Now, here's the main lesson. Now mute yourselves again, all of you, while I teach. Thank you. Extending Pythagoras. This is grade 7 GCSE. This looks wonky for the simple reason that I held the book up in my hand, and while it was all wonkying about, I took a screenshot of it. I took a photo of it. Let me teach this. You may recognize it because this is at the bottom of a given page in your life. The bottom of the page is page 207, right at the bottom, for Year 9s to investigate. Well, I want to teach it, so I reckon somebody can get grade 7 right now. So here we go. Who is this person? Meaning what? I've got 12 people. That's how many I should have. Zaim Khan, are you here? Zaim is not here. Okay, thank you for that. All right, so I'm putting down as absent. I did say don't bother to show up unless you show me your work, but he did hand in his work, so I'm good to go. Right, watch this. I want to work out D to F. Have you got that? It's from the bottom left to the top right at the back. So that is not a triangle, but in order to work out this length D to F, which is supposed to be a straight line, I need to do this. Pick up my ruler and do this. No, I won't do that. I'll do it from here to here. There we go. Can you see I've created a right angle triangle? Can somebody concur with that? You keep saying one more. What on earth are you talking to me about? I don't want to chat. I just want you to be here. From Henry, I have 1000 ping. Don't know what that is. Are you okay? That's a right angle triangle. Yes or no? You can't see it. That is a right angle triangle. It's in perspective. It's coming towards the front where we are, and then going towards the back where the height is. So I want somebody to speak. Is that a right angle triangle that you can see? Can anyone discern a right angle triangle right there? Okay, so one yes is good enough for me. Thank you. So let me begin to work. I want to work out D to F. I can't. Why not? Well, I know F to G is 3 and D to G I don't know. What do you know about D to G in relation to this little bottom bit here? Somebody unmute and speak. Henry, what do you reckon D to G is in relation to this bottom triangle? That question goes to Ibrahim. Ibrahim, D to G, what do you reckon D to G is all about in relation to this bottom triangle? Because there is a bottom triangle sitting there and it's right angled. That's me trying to draw at a right angle. Can you see it? Okay, Ibrahim, are you here? Okay, good. Okay, there's a triangle there. What do you think D to G is all about? The what? Oh, the hypotenuse. Just tell me it's the longest side, yeah? So I can do some mathematics. If that's the longest side, I can work it out using the 12 and the 4 because they're the two small sides. So here I go. So D to G, being the long side, is going to be 12 squared, yeah? Well done, plus 4 squared. And then we're going to square root these little things. So let me just grab a machine, since this is a demo for everyone. So I'm going to have the square root of 12 squared, and then I'm going to add on whatever 4 squared is. I know we can do this, but let's use a machine. Boom. So I've now got D to G is whatever my machine says, 12.649. 12.649. So this length is 12.649. Now somebody else speak and tell me how to work out D to F. And you're allowed to unmute yourself because I want to hear your voices. Don't chat to me. Don't chat to each other. What's the plan for working out D to F? Hamza, any ideas? Okay. Via, any ideas how to work out D to F? I just have, haven't I? So what do you want to do with it now? Okay, mute yourself. Izzy, are you here? Where's Isabella? Unmute yourself, let's talk. No, because 12 is at the front here and 3 is back over here somewhere. I've already got the 12.649. I worked that out for a reason. I now want to work out from D to F. Any comments on that? Henry? Correct, done, correct. So this is a right angled triangle. I know it's got a height of 3 and a base length of 12.649. So let's go and do what it says. 12.649, it's meant to be a point there, squared, take away the height squared, which is 3 squared, and then you square root it, and now we're going to try and get an answer. I know it's grade 7, let's just square that a little bit, shall we, because it's there, squared. Then we're going to take away 3 squared, get my answer, and now I want to square. No, it's not that big. It's not that big. Let's do it again. So do it in one step. Square root of 12.649 649 squared, take away whatever 3 squared is, which is really hard, get our answer, and there it is, 12.2. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Oh, I should have added it. Ugh. Henry, what did you tell me to subtract? That's my fault. Yeah. Let's just change that to plus, shall we? I'm not allowed. Let's just do the thing again. It's a bit difficult. Right, do it again. Square root of. I'm going to use my mouse this time so I'm more fluent. 649. Square up. Add on the 3 squared. Square up. Boom. There you go, 13. Thank you very much. So that length is actually 13 centimeters, which makes sense because it's longer than the 12.649. It's longer than the 3, and it's the longest side. Anyone want to ask a question about that? That's what grade 7 Pythagoras looks like. It's trying to discern what's happening in the 3-dimensional context, but drawn on a flat 2-dimensional plane. And what makes it difficult is interpreting it. So that will go on the video. You're going to have to copy that, the method as well. Let me do one more. I hijacked this from the internet. Now I want to make this more tricky quite deliberately. So I want to use the line. I want to draw a line from H to B at the front. Can anyone see the important triangle I must complete in terms of drawing before I can make any progress? I need to draw one more line to make a fantastic triangle. Where do I draw from? Louder? Perfectly, thank you, Ibrahim. Yep. Now, can you see, actually, that is a right angle triangle. You have to use your imagination. This is what grade 7 looks like when it's presented in this format. That is a right angle triangle. I'm trying to even draw it in perspective. It's all coming out at us. Is that all right? So I want to work out X and H to B, but first I've got to work out what length. Somebody unmute and speak. Correct. Now, how do you plan to do that? Remember, it's a lovely cuboid. How do you plan to do that? So you're right about that. Let's do BD or DB. How do you plan to do that, sir? I agree. Well done. Okay. Let me make it easier for your associates. I want to put the 6 over here as well. So can you see I've got a right angle triangle. Again, it's sitting on the floor. I'm showing the perspective. 6 squared and 8 squared. If you have a look on top, look down in this direction, you should see a lovely triangle right there. Is that all right? So it's 6 squared and 8 squared square rooted. Could you give us the answer to that, please? Or must I do it on my calculator? 64 and 36. 64 and 36 is 100. The square root of 100 is 10. Can any of you concur to that? With that? Got it? Yes or no? No one got a calculator on them? Ibrahim, thank you. So now we're going to work out HB or BH. Somebody else take over and speak. How do you work out B to H or H to B? Study the diagram. Listen to what you're saying. You just said the square root of 10 squared. Now let me show you why that's true. We know that's 10, so we've got to write it on our diagrams or we'll get confused. And I know this height at the front is identical to this height at the back, because it's a cuboid. It's not going to be anything different. All right. And can you all clearly see now a right angle triangle, 5 height, base 10. Now we just do the maths and square root it. So I don't know what the square root of 125 is. It doesn't have a square root, but let me do it anyway. So we're now going to root 125. Boom. No surds. 11.2 to 1 decimal place. I'll go with that. Are you happy with that, children? You now need to speak if you're not happy, because I'm now going to put this up as quickly as I can on YouTube. All right, are you happy with that? First, find the length of the diagonal BD. Use that and the height of H to D to get another right angle triangle to finally give us the one we want. It is a super extension to that. This is a 2-dimensional representation in 2 dimensions. Not difficult. Grade 5 maybe, no more. That is a 3D representation on a 2-dimensional plane. Very difficult to interpret because very few of you were willing to speak. That's a much better diagram, but I chose an awkward triangle, not going from G to A, but from H to B. And you have to interpret and understand what you're seeing in 3 dimensions. I'm going to flick over the page, and I showed you this before. I'm just going to let it pause there, because you're going to have to go to YouTube, and you're going to have to work out the line from G to A. Let me give you a little bit of a hint. A to G, which means there's your bottom triangle there. Is that all right? I've helped you a little bit. Then you're going to work out the length A to G. Let me help you again. A to G, which means you better draw the line back from A to C, and there's your right angle triangle. I've helped you again. And that's an application. You can do that yourselves, do your own right angle triangle. Now, Henry, I know you hate drawing pictures, but at least draw a 3D representation of the triangles you're trying to draw. If you want to screenshot it and print it and stick it in your books, I'm very happy for you to do that. But now I need to stop. So you need to do that one. You need to do that one. You need to do that one with no help from me. And also you need to take, not that demo unless you're really good at drawing, but maybe that demo there. It's a lot cleaner, or you can print screen that in your own way and save it to your desktop and stick it in your book. I don't mind, but you need to evidence that you've got it somehow. Can you all put your video back on, please? So I'm going to stop sharing. So let me say hello and goodbye and all the rest of it. Now, who haven't I got? Who haven't I got here today? Hi, Zane Hunt. Okay, fine. Let it be. Okay, so what you need to do is to not unmute yourself. No permission for unmuting whatsoever, all right? And I'll catch you Monday. Bye.